You're listening to Potty Mouth Radio, the home of movies, music, television, and comedy.
Previously on Time to Die. You know that moment when you realise that as much as your values have you wanting to support common people, the actual doing of that is a lot more painful than you ever imagined? Well, that happened for me when my new party and I had found the descent into the sunless citadel and the mage decided to climb down a rope on his own, displaying far more dexterity than a spellcaster ever should. The problem with this was the idiot tiefling followed suit and, displaying none of the dexterity monks are known for, plummeted to his almost death. One long rest later, we were all healed up and ready to find these lost adventurers. Umlaut stumbled into a trap at the entrance to the citadel, but thankfully I was on hand to save her from the pit she would have fallen into. Yay for the super hot high elf. I'm Paul and I'm playing Kalana, a stunningly beautiful female high elf who is also a rogue.
I'm Liz, and I'm playing Umlaut, a young half-orc fighter from the Nibblefeet tribe.
I'm Dave, and I'm playing Felomir Wolfborn, a half-elf wild magic sorcerer.
I'm Billy, and I'm playing as Thelonious the monk. Get it? A 9-foot-tall, 500-pound tiefling who until recently had never left the monastery.
I'm Drew, and I'm your dungeon master.
It's time to die.
You guys found this deadly kind of like floor trap that was setting outside of the door to this tower, to the sunken citadel, which you guys have found after descending the stairs and fighting some rats and having Thelonious drop and making a big impact.
He dropped it like it was hot.
So after a nice rest, y'all make your way here, and the floor is open beneath you. Now you have this small catwalk leading over to the door, and the door is open.
Shit, Thelonious.
Do I need to do an athletics check to see if I can make it across the catwalk?
Yeah, we all will, I'm assuming.
Before Thelonious goes anywhere, we tie a rope around him.
No, he could just piggyback on me. I'm like, do you want to just... He could just get on my shoulders.
Yeah, Thelonious is about 3 feet tall. Umlaut can just carry Thelonious over.
No, I'm 9 foot tall, man.
Thelonious is a tiefling. He's like... massive.
Well, I'm sure you started out as 3 foot something. Did you change your character?
No,
Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
going to my bio. I'm like 9 foot and 500 pounds.
All right, well, no one's carrying no one. And while we're on the subject of clarifying...
Well, I'm pretty strong. I'm 6 foot. But,
my name is
yeah.
Kalana. Kalana is the pronunciation.
Sorry. We're learning here.
I think you should be I think you should be using a female voice for the character as well.
Well, I did think about that, but I think it's funnier this way.
You've heard Paul do voices,
yeah.
Yeah, that's
hot.
probably true.
Just trust me, good listener. I am smoking hot.
All right, Thelonious looks over at the smoking hot elf and suggests
Thank you.
that she cartwheel over the catwalk before any of us go over.
Yeah, I'll go first. That does seem like an appropriate thing for me to do.
It's a 2-foot catwalk.
Oh, okay.
You
so
can
it's not...
east walk across it. I mean, unless you're just like,
I'm going to check for
having
another
some,
trap, actually. That's what
some
I'm going to do.
tomfoolery.
Unless you're just Thelonious.
Unless you're just...
Yeah, then you're going to tutu your way across. Can I do another check for any further trap on this very suspect-looking beam?
Yeah, you can totally check for a trap.
Very quickly. Here we go. 14.
I'm like, can I walk across this now?
So, looking at the beam, it does not seem that there is a trap. You do notice while you are checking for the trap that below you, it's a 10-foot drop into this pit. There is what appears to be some skeletons down below and a very irritated-looking rat. It's dirty. It's covered in filth. It looks like it might have fallen into the trap beforehand and got stuck inside.
All right, well,
I'm going to look down into the pit and say, look, Thelonious, don't even worry about it, because even if you fall in, once the time you put your hands up, you're the height of the trap,
Yeah,
so you
true.
can
Yeah.
pull yourself out again.
Yeah.
all right, cool. With that in mind, let's just walk across. I'll lead the way because, dumb.
All right. I follow behind
I'll
everybody
follow.
else.
I'm second.
All right.
I really wanted Thelonious to fall in.
I think the whole listener group, all 7 of them, wanted the same thing.
Everyone wants
No,
him
I
to
asked
song.
my mum to listen.
Okay,
It's
8.
Yeah, no. I'm definitely not asking my mum to listen.
Back to 7. That's a shame.
Mum, just put the iPhone down and walk away.
The circular tower itself is cobbled and cracked granite, upon which sprawl the bodies, and this is the smell that was emanating from the room, the bodies of 4 goblins, apparently slain in battle. One corpse stands with its back up against the western wall. A spear that has killed it is skewering it to the wall itself, holding it upright. There are 3 wooden doors leading from this area. The hollow tower of the loose masonry reaches what appears to be up about 30 feet into the air, but the intervening floors and the stairs are completely gone, except for a couple of crumbling ledges.
Amlak looks at the guy pinned to the wall and it's like, hey guys, free spear.
Worth examining.
So you take the spear?
Said spear,
Anyone
I
want
think. Let's have a look.
Yep.
Okay. So as you grab the spear and you can try and pull it off from the wall, you do so. When the body falls from the wall and slumps to the ground, you notice that there's something written on the wall where it was covered by the body.
Amlet says, pretty
Is it in
squiggles.
Goblin again?
Can we identify the language?
If anybody can read Draconic.
Yep.
I can. I speak the language of the dragons, says Thelonious the monk.
Excellent. Well, Monk, you look upon the words written on the wall as, there's some smeared, dried goblin blood, but you're still able to make it out. And you make out the words, a Chardalon.
Sounds like something I did in my pants.
Do I understand what that means?
Keeping it classy.
I would love a history check to see if you know what that means.
Oh, hello, Thelonious.
Yes.
Ah,
Damn.
well.
10 points to the
Shit
nerd.
Shit at rope climbing, good at history.
So with your natural 20 and getting your proficiency with it. So a 22. Your history check reveals, and you're like, oh yeah, of course. I remember reading these in the scrolls in the monastery where I did my training. So a Chardalon, thousands and thousands of years ago, was an ancient dragon hell-bent on prolonging his life. His reign of terror spread throughout the continents, and you know that there are and were several sects and cults dedicated to his power.
Can I just clarify? Several
Sex cults?
Sex cults or sex cults? Yes.
SECTS.
This is not like Alison Mack Smallville. This is
That is a niche reference.
We can just say there were numerous cults dedicated to his power.
Yeah. Can I just... Have you told us all that, Billy?
Yeah, I unlike Falamir, I'm not a complete... and I tell the rest of the guys. So I tell them all what it says.
As clearly the realistic thinker and, pragmatist of this particular group, Kalana now feels the need to point out, we're talking about a dragon cult and possibly a dragon itself. Can I remind everyone, how experienced are we again?
Look, I'm not very experienced. I've never left the temple before yesterday. But
right.
I feel strangely confident, and I think I'm going to open one of the wooden doors.
Oh, shit.
Guys.
I guess I shouldn't shoot Thelonious in the back of the head before he does that, because it'll probably be the same result when he does
I've never been around any sex.
I look at the 3 wooden doors, and I'd like to roll for perception here to see if I notice anything about the 3 doors.
Can we get Kalana to roll for perception? Because I think Kalana's better at this shit.
Why don't we all open a door at the same time?
Which door you
We
like
can
look
each
off,
do one.
Thelonious?
I'm looking...
Yeah, which
I'm
door
looking
would you
at-
like to open?
Oh, this one.
Okay, sure.
All right, I'm going to go run a perception check on that bad boy. Ooh, there we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear
Yes.
you. Yeah.
No, we're not. We ignored you, Umlaut, when you said we're going to open 3 doors at the same time.
Rude. I think it's a great idea.
Your perception check does not reveal any traps that you can find.
All clear. And apparently there's not a rope in the door, so you should be safe, Thelonious.
All right. I open the door. to see what's behind
Okay.
it.
Do we open the other doors and check those doors as well? Or do we just
Yes.
blindly go down? All right,
Well, I opened this one, so I vote someone else opens one
that
of the
seems
other ones.
fair. I will head to this door.
Umlaut marches over
Oh,
to
go
the
on.
second door.
Umlaut, you do it. Oh, do you want me to check for my perception
Yep.
check first? Okay,
Okay.
checking.
Suppose we could be sensible.
Oh, not such a good perception check this time. 8.
With your 8, again, you don't find any traps.
Should be fine. As I back up.
Umlaut shrugs and
40
opens the door.
Umlaut, do you open the door?
Of course.
Yeah, I
Umlaut
just shrug.
opens
I'm
the
like, no traps, great, and just opens the door.
Okay.
Dun dun.
Do you enter inside?
I just look to see what it is and shout out whatever I see.
Looking inside, it looks like the masonry walls of the room itself, which appears to be about 20 feet wide. They're in poor repair. The far end has seemed to collapse. Like there's a bunch of debris. You're not sure if it's natural or if it's something that someone did on purpose. It's filling the southern section completely with rubble. The western wall is in much better shape than the other walls, and it holds what appears to be a stone door. Now, from where you are, you can kind of get a good image of it, but it almost looks like something is carved on the door itself.
Is that some of those pretty squiggles?
You'd have to go inside to check.
I go inside to see if it's pretty squiggles that I can't read.
Okay.
I slap my forehead, sigh, and wander over after her.
I'm like, oh, are there any pretty squiggles, Kalana?
Well, not so much pretty squiggles, but rather pretty carvings. So itself, on the door, you have the relief of a rearing dragon carved within the door itself.
Would Umlaut know what a dragon is?
Sure, I'm certain that even from a small tribe such as yours, but a well-known one, you would have heard tales of giant winged serpents flying through the air and billowing the devil's fire.
Well, allow me to help. That's a fucking dragon.
I know that.
And I'm not
Umlaut,
sure.
don't open the door.
Let's not open this door until we explore all other avenues first.
Will there be a dragon in there?
There could be.
I mean, you can check
That
and
would sort of
see.
be cool to actually see a dragon, though. We could open the door and find a dragon.
Dragons will kill us all, Umlaut, including you.
Okay.
Let's go investigate other stuff. Was there a
Maybe
third
next
door?
time.
There was a third door. We haven't opened it yet.
Did you want to
Let's-
check anything else out, Umla?
Hey,
Go
Umlaut,
on.
instead of opening the dragon
I-
door, why don't you open the other door? See
Yeah.
what's in that one. There might be more rats.
I just want to take a quick glance around the room to see if there's anything else I've missed now that I'm still in there.
So there's the rubble to the south. There is the
Yep.
stone relief carved door that has a rearing dragon on it, from what you can tell where you're standing. That seems to be about it in the room.
Can I put my ear up against the rearing dragon to see if I can hear anything?
So, Umlaut, you fucking idiot.
You totally can. Yeah. So as you're coming closer to the door, all right, you notice that the door itself also has a single keyhole. And the keyhole is actually situated inside of the dragon's mouth.
Ooh, not where I thought you were going to say.
Yeah.
I yell out, does anyone have a key?
No,
I need a key over here.
no keys.
Not yet. I think we'll need to find one.
Jeez. Okay, give me a
I
perception
shrug
check
and
as
give
you're
up then. I think.
as
yep,
you're
okay.
listening.
Natural one.
Natural one. Hey, you don't hear anything, but
I'm not surprised.
but you are
I
going to
accidentally
get.
stabbed myself in the ear.
So as you're listening in, something tries to bite you,
Okay.
and it misses as a rat jumps out.
I'm like, hey, piss off, you annoying little rat. God damn it. And I yell and go, guys, another rat. And then I try and hit it with my great axe.
Okay. So the rat's going to try and take another bite at you. The rat,
Mm-hmm.
at a 20.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Umlaut, you fucked up.
And the rat bites you for 4
It
damage.
hits me. So yes, I will swing my great axe. But like, look, you little bugger. And swing my great axe.
Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, don't know why I bothered coming
You're
in the room.
23. It's the rat. You're 23. It's 5 other rats
it
we haven't
should.
even encountered yet.
Does the rat just like pulverize? Just
You swing, hit with a 23, dealing your 7 damage. The rat dies instantly.
I am not counting the rat in the stats
Excellent.
for kills in this campaign. That is pathetic.
yeah. And I call out
I'm
Umlaut,
pulling
get
out-
out of that room and stop listening at the door. And this is me
I'm
talking.
like, okay, just 1 second. 1 second. And then I go and pull out my little knife and I stab it in the eyes.
You stab it in the eyes. 100%.
I go to door 3
Thank
and do a perception test on that one too.
And then I walk back into the room and say, I can do the other door if you guys want.
I'll
I'm on a bit of
perception
a
test
roll.
first of all. Here comes the perception. 11.
You do not find any traps.
Over to you, Umlaut.
Umlaut opens the door.
Doesn't seem to budge.
Ooh. Is there a keyhole?
Yeah.
Do we have a key?
Do you have a key? Umlaut wants
Because
to
if you
take
don't,
a-
it's just a hole.
Umlaut wants to do one of those cool things that she's seen in plays and like try and kick the door down. It's just like movies, but not movies because they don't have movies.
You are more than welcome to try.
Oh, God.
I do want to try.
Roll for thuggery.
I got a 14.
Okay. You tried it. You kick the door and it doesn't budge.
All right.
I'm like, guys, I don't think this door can be opened. I'm very strong, and that didn't do anything.
I vote we go with Thelonious'
Yep.
cavernous tunnel.
Yeah. What do we see
Okay.
in here, Dungeon Master?
All right. You see a long hallway spanning about, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Spanning about 40 feet. Down towards the end, you see a door to your right, a door to your left, and a door dead ahead.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go over to
Well, we don't need to kill that door. It's already dead.
the doors, do a perception check on all 3 very quickly. So we
Okay.
can speed this along. Excellent. That one's perfect. Jesus, this dice rolling thing's broken. 5, 8, and 7.
All right.
I think I've rolled less than 12 for the last 7 dice I've rolled. Stupid fucking game.
Well, Alana, with all of your perception checks, dutifully inspecting each of the doors, you find, to your abilities, no traps.
We should be safe.
That
Umlaut
means nothing with those rolls. They could be trapped up the arse.
All right.
does.
Umlaut, open the center door.
Okay.
The center door?
Yep.
So as Liz opens the door, Liz, what you see in this room, you see crudely executed symbols and glyphs that seem to be written on the floor and inscribed in bright green dye. It's decorated the large and irregularly shaped room in this crumbling chamber. There's a large pit in the center, and it shows evidence of a recent fire. There's a metallic cage in the middle of the southern wall, and it contains a gaping hole, and it stands empty. If you peek your head in more a little bit, you'll be able to see some more.
All right. I walk into the room and I stand near the fire pit in the center of the room and I look around
Okay.
to see what else I can see.
As you walk in and you're looking around, you see a small wooden bench. It's draped in a green cloth. It's next to the cage itself. You also see several small objects that rest on it. Near the bench, you also see a bedroll that lies near the wooden bench. And Thelonious, give me a perception check.
Oh, I'm not the person to do a perception check.
Well,
am
clearly
I?
neither am I.
Oh, but you're the one in the room.
19.
That's a
Hello.
19 perception. Okay, Thelonious. The bench
can check
itself
for
is
traps.
over here, okay? You had the cage here that has the hole in it. Now, you hear some whimpering coming from this area.
Oh, I wonder if that's the kids, guys. Should we go and check out the whimpering?
Well, they're not kids, they're adults,
Yes.
but yes.
All right, so does someone else want to go check it out? Because I'm too scared to, because I'm not a good dice roller. I'm going to stand over here.
I'm the loser of dice rollers.
I'll go and check out the whimpering. I walk over and I say, "Is someone there? When we're friendly. We're not here to hurt you."
So you almost hear like a gasp, and then there's a little bit more whimpering, but now you can see almost like a set of sheets like shaking.
Do I pull the sheets off, guys?
Do it. Do it.
I've
Come on,
seen
it's
I've
fast.
seen so many horror movies. This is not going to go well.
Pull off the sheets.
I reach out and with speaking in soothing tones, We're here to help you. We're here to help you. I pull the sheets down to expose what is probably going to be a horrific visage of death and evil.
So what you see is a tiny little creature, reptilian in nature. If anyone wants to give me a nature check, like a knowledge nature, you see this little creature. It sees you. It kind of like goes and like hides its head.
15.
15 as well.
Okay.
So that's 30. So we do really well.
Combined 30. Both of you can instantly recognize that this is a kobold.
Okay.
Oh.
Juvenile kobold, presumably?
Well,
Or-
you're not sure. You don't know exactly like the age varying, to be able to discern whether this is a child or an adult, but you know that it is it's frightened, and it was definitely like either hiding or something. But you've taken its hiding place away.
In working my way through Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Goblin, in turn, I say, can you understand me? How did you come to be here?
It kind of perks up when you speak Draconic to it.
Okay.
And it looks at you, and it just says, I live here.
All right. I also
Who are
speak
you?
Draconic.
Who are
I ask if it's seen if it's seen a party of adventurers before us.
He kind of looks around to himself, and he thinks, and he says, yeah. Look.
Do you want me to kill the creepy thing with the creepy noises?
No, not yet, Umlaut. I asked what was in the cage.
He looks at the cage, and then he kind of lowers his head, and he gets kind of teary-eyed, and he says, like,
The pen and lost it. We lost it.
I said, should I kill the thing with the creepy noises?
No. We're talking to the creepy thing. Just stand down, Umlaut. Lost what, friend?
They stole it. Goblins take Calcrix.
Calcrix?
he looks up and he says,
Yeah, Calcrix. You know Calcrix?
We do not. Tell us of Calcrix.
Calcrix. Clan dragon. Oh, dragon.
There was a dragon in that cage.
Yes. But now gone.
How long ago did the dragon get out of the cage?
Happened 2 moons. Calcrix gone.
Which way did the goblins go?
he kind of like points a finger down.
Say, goblins live down. They take Calcrix. Everybody blame Meepo.
I assume you're Meepo?
Meepo.
Would you like the dragon back, Meepo? Is the dragon important to you?
Yes. You help Meepo?
Follow me. I ask this thing where the adventuring party went to.
Did you see which way the adventurers that you saw went?
They go down. They go down.
Guess where we're going?
Yep. I guess we're going to have to jump in that hole in the cage, guys.
Well, the hole itself is like in the cage, but they broke the dragon. It almost seems like they broke the cage to take the dragon.
Oh, right. So, yep.
I asked Meepo if he has any way to get into the locked doors in the other part of the cavern.
Meepo kind of looks at you and tilts his head and says,
What locked doors? Other doors?
Okay, that's a no. So let's keep exploring. We've got to find some stairs down, it would seem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I kill it yet?
Continue looking around this room, I guess.
Is there any other entrances or exits off this room? Should we... Oh, actually, ask Meepo
Yeah.
where the stair... Are there stairs down?
Yeah, how do we get, Meepo, how do we get down to where the goblins and the adventurers
And the dragon.
are? If you want us to find your dragon, you need to help us go down.
Usadra.
What is Usadra?
Oh, Usadra. Chief. Speak, Chief.
Where is the chief?
Meepo take.
Excellent. Lead on, Kobold.
so Meepo is going to take you to Usadril. So as you guys are being escorted down this way by Meepo, Meepo starts to shout out as he's leading you.
Hey! Dekokon!
And from around the corners, you would see like spears like be pulled back through doorways. And as you were marching along, you would see more and more evidence of kobolds in this hall and in little areas. So, you are brought before Usadrill. Meepo kind of like bows before her. The guards stand at attention, and you see a slim kobold woman sits atop a throne, constructed of fallen bits of masonry stacked against an old altar that holds a variety of small items. The throne itself, its back features the carving of a rearing dragon, and inside of that dragon's mouth holds a metallic key.
In Draconic, we say, Honored Isidril, we are adventurers seeking a party who came before us. We understand they have descended below. We also understand that goblins have taken your dragon below and would ask your help in following them. And should we encounter your dragon, we will endeavor to return it to you.
So she kind of nods to you and says, welcome. So these are indeed troubled times. Regardless, you may rest here in the colony to the east where, we, the Ordeher, the Groundbreakers, we make our home. You're more than welcome to stay. And she kind of looks down at Meepo and she snarls and she says, if you are to find the dragon, you can take that with you.
Oh, poor Meepo.
Meepo kind of whimpers and lowers his head even more.
On the outs, poor Meepo is in trouble.
We ask, do you have a way to enter the locked doors that we found?
She does acknowledge that there is a way to get down to the lower levels. She makes note that Meepo knows how to get down to the lower levels. However, Meepo knows that he is not allowed down there without permission. So that's why Meepo has brought you to me.
But we can go, right? Because you're not the boss of us. Oh, wait. I don't understand any of this, so I can't ask that.
Thank God. That's it.
That's what
this
I
is
would
all
ask.
in Draconic.
Yeah.
Should we accept the offer to rest and wait for an opportune moment where possibly we can nab this key, fellas?
No, let's get this moving.
You want to try and steal the key
don't
from
know.
literally in front of her face?
No, we asked permission.
I just asked if there was a way to enter the locked door. She didn't
Yeah,
give
but
me
we
a
didn't say,
fucking key.
can we have it?
Yeah, but you
All
got
right.
you got to ask outright.
Is that the key? Can we have it?
She kind of looks back at the key up in the dragon's mouth, and she kind of looks back at you and she says, if you would like the key, return my dragon.
All right. In that case, can we have Meepo guide us to the lower levels so we can go and get the dragon to get the key?
Sure. Yeah, she agrees that this is an acceptable arrangement, obviously. So in return for the dragon, you can have the key.
So presumably the locked doors are not the way to the lower levels. They are something else. Got it. Yep. Very well. We're all full health. Do we need to rest or should we just get on?
Well, Umlaut is not at full health.
No, let's.
Oh, that's right. She'll be
Umlaut
like
doesn't
rats.
mind. Umlaut just wants to get busy. She's really bored sitting here listening to you guys all hiss.
She also
and
can
stuff.
drink her health potion if she needs to.
Oh, she doesn't have one, but
Did you have
she's
one?
playing it fast and loose.
No, she said no to it. She didn't like to drink things. Her parents didn't like it too or something stupid.
No, I didn't. My dad didn't want me to spend the gold that he gave me. It was specifically for emergencies.
It was only for emergencies. He pinned that note inside your jacket on the way to school.
I can't read.
Squiggles.
He just told
Squiggles.
me that. No, it was on the way to my dance competition.
Right.
You'll learn about that.
So in Draconic, I asked Meep to lead us to the lower levels.
Meepo.
Me.
Meepo.
Thelonious calls him Meat Meep. Apparently they're super tight.
Yeah, he leads you back to the room where you found him in, and there's a door that he will gladly lead you through. Meepo kind of looks at you as they get to the door and say, Ready?
Let's do this.
I'm like, do you need me to open it? I've been really
Let's
good
go.
at opening doors lately.
Meepo kind of looks at you weird and just grabs the handle and pushes it open and says, No.
Umlaut's like, okay, well, I was just trying to be helpful. It's fine, I guess. And then walks through.
The hallway goes straight, turns right, and then left, and you guys make your way to another door itself. Meepo again kind of turns to you and looks a little nervous and just says Huh? Go.
For sure.
Hurry up, you little weirdo.
Yep,
Okay.
let's
Go
go.
forth.
I don't know what Meepo's saying. I just don't
Okay.
like this little
Both
weird
making
squeaky
squeaking
thing.
noises.
He's talking to you in common.
Oh,
it's
he is
common
now.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, sorry.
I'm still salty that he was talking in this language I didn't understand. I find it very rude. So I'm like,
Meeple will gladly bring you guys in. The room itself has an ornate fountain built into the eastern wall. Though cracked and stained, the fountain's overarching carving of a diving dragon retains its beauty. A relief carved on the stone door stands on the western wall. So you have the fountain to the right, you have a relief carved door to your left. In front of you seems to be another pathway.
Umlaut will just start striding confidently forward.
Is that the way we go, Meepo?
Meeple kind of looks down and says,
Yes. Think so.
Helpful.
Lead on, Meepo.
Meepo now looks off to the left and he sees a door, but then he also sees the hallway down below. And Meeple kind of like looks around and goes like,
Umlaut pokes him. It's like, hurry up.
Meepo, do you have any idea where we
Meepo's
are?
literally taken us around 2 corners and is now confused. He's the world's shittest guy.
So Meepo divulges that Meepo's never been down this far, but Meepo is ready to go, and Meepo will gladly take you. The section of hallway appears to contain 6 doors that are slightly ajar. The air smells musky.
Umlaut's like, this is bullshit. All of these doors are already open. It's like I've got no purpose.
Okay, so looking around the doors, you notice that there are tracks made in the dirt, okay? You notice that there are not only rat tracks, but also tracks that look as if they were made by humanoids.
Could it have been made by Jimi Hendrix? I'll see myself out.
How old are they?
Give me a survival check.
No, Jim Morrison. I mean, Jim Morrison. Is it Jim Morrison? I've had too much beer.
Your survival check tells you that the rat tracks are more recent than the humanoid tracks.
Oh, great. I guess we continue on.
Yep.
Pushing the small kobold in front of us as a shield.
Yeah, if he goes slow, I want to kick him a little bit. Be like, hurry up.
The cobblestone floor in front of you seems to have had 2 trap doors that are opened by spikes. Okay? The trap doors themselves are actually like wedged open by iron spikes. The northern wall has another dry fountain with, again, a carving of a overarching diving dragon. Now,
I love their dragon.
this room, however, has a faint rotten smell that pervades from it. Meepo kind of like looks at this trap in front of him and he kind of like scoots over to the side to kind of avoid it.
Umlaut wrinkles her nose and it's like, Thelonious, was that you?
I apologize. So it happens to everyone, and I follow the kobold into the room, avoiding the traps.
Likewise.
So Meepo's like, he's looking around. He's like,
There's a door. There's a door.
My time to shine.
Yep, you open that door, Umlaut.
Umlaut moves confidently to the door, and then
Umlaut,
just before
the
she puts her
door
hand on the
opener.
door handle, like looks at Kalana's like, oh, you need to do the thing,
Yeah, probably
don't you?
Thelonious should do it.
Of looking at it.
You want me to do a perception check?
Surely your wisdom is better than mine.
Umlaut puts her hand on the handle and opens it. Woo!
Yay!
okay, you open up the room.
Umlaut strides confidently inside, and I think she sees something
Lots of somethings.
bad.
Rats.
As you open up the door and you strut inside, there is an oppressive smell that suffuses the air. The rising stench from chewed carcasses of cave rats, smaller vermin, and a few humanoid-looking creatures.
Ruh-roh.
The bodies lie upon the floor of filth, old bones, hair, fur, that combine to make a particularly large and vile.
Thanks, Meepo.
You see 3 giant rats and a rather particularly big, bloated, almost like pustules filling the top part of its body. This looks like a big, angry mama rat.
Ooh.
Umlaut's like, hey guys, I think I'm going to get to kill stuff now.
Next time on Time to Die.
Well, I'm not going to kill it in one turn, so it's probably going to have a go at biting me anyway, so I may as well...
I mean,
at least
knowing your
pretend-
firebolt skills, you probably won't kill it in 10 turns, Dave.
All right. It does
I will
bite
leave you with those rats.
Jeez, good thing
Yeah,
I
right.
healed myself.
Oh, this monk's... Bite the monk. Bite the monk. Bite the monk.
Hey, we're a team.
Bite the monk. Bite the monk. What? It's catchy.
Thanks for listening to Time to Die. If you want to get in touch with us, you can do that at pottymouthradio.com or pottymouthradio@gmail.com or on all the socials at pottymouthradio.